So, I don't really know how to start this video off, except for one thing. I'm back. Yes, I am back on my channel. I've been away for probably almost a month now, if not maybe exactly a month. I'm like 50-50 on the board. Like, a part of me wants to come back to my channel, but also another part of me is saying that I still need to take my time off and be away from social media for a little while, because of, you know, the toxic that I've been going through on social media and all that stuff. I feel like I still need my time, but I want to come up here and give you guys some more advice from me, some more tips, pointers, people that's been through my shoes and gone through what I went through. I feel like I need to give you guys that advice back of how I'm dealing with that stuff, and try to avoid that kind of issue and situation that you're possibly going through the same thing I am. Because I feel like I need to do that a lot more, because there are some things that I try to do to avoid, you know, feeling like mentally like drained and feeling depressed and all that stuff. And I feel like I gotta give you guys that point of view and give you guys the answer of what I try to do to avoid that stuff in my life. So yeah, but before we get into it, if you guys want to see more from the Blue Blur 360, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, if you guys don't remember the video I made, it's private now, like I took it down, but if you guys remember the video I made before I took my day off, I pretty much explained to you guys that I needed some time away, focusing on myself and discovering who I am as a person, as a female, and as a YouTuber. I also posted it on my community tab. Here's a screenshot. It's probably not going to be the full thing because, you know, it's a very long one. I also posted another post on my community tab telling you guys how stronger I am when I think about it and how much I realized it. I also posted another really long community post explaining to yourself the type of woman I am and who I want to be as a person, and how much stronger I can be. So in the title, you guys read it, I said in the title that it's okay to not have any friends or anything like that, mainly because when you have friends in your life, especially if you have like tons of friends on social media or heck even in real life, the more friends you have, the more situations you're gonna be in. Like, the more toxic it's gonna be in, the more like drama you can be a part of, this and that. I realized that the hard way because I've had friends in my life, and there's those friends that I've met in my life that thought that they were my friends ended up being fake, ended up making fun of me and rejecting me, making me feel heartbroken, this and that. The best way to avoid that stuff is to not have any friends. I said it, to not have friends. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't have friends, period. Like, I'm not saying that at all. Like, if you have a friend that is a true friend that actually sticks with you since day one, who cares about you, who cares about your dreams, all that stuff, if there's that one person that's been with you since day one, keep that friend, because that friend actually deserves to be your friend forever, and deserves to be around you in your life. But all of my friends that I've met and all that stuff has done the same bullshit stuff in my life constantly, and it's been repeating every single time with every friend. You know, I'm not gonna say names or anything like that, but there's a friend that I've known since, you know, first grade. You know, I care about her. You know, she's been with me since first grade. We're still friends to this day. But there's times where she's not a real friend, if that makes sense. Like, she's my friend, but I can't include her as a real friend because of the stuff me and her have been through. Yes, friends fight. That's normal. But there's been some situations that me and her has been in that that makes me feel like like she's not worth being around all the freaking time. And there's another friend I know in real life. She's probably you know, one of my closest friends. We hang out here and there, but me and her don't have anything in common that much in a way. Like me and her like has differences at times, a lot actually, and you know, every time I hang out with her, we hardly talk, we hardly have similar interests, this and that. And then those are the only two friends I hang out with. And I can't really say hang out with, because realistically, I only hang out with those friends at least once or twice a year. If that makes sense. Like once and twice a year. And my online friends, well, I can't really call them that. I'm sorry, I can't call them as my real friends either. I'm sorry, I can't call them as real friends because they have done the same bullshit in my life constantly for years now. Ever since I've started this channel, ever since I started my YouTube career, the same bullshit has happened. This and that again, over and over and over again. And I'm at that point where I just want to cut it off. Like I feel like I want to cut those people out of my life because they're not worth it. They're not worth my appreciation. They're not worth my time. And it sucks because I'm one of those people that sticks with that person no matter what happens. No matter what, I'm caring, I'm kind, I'm loyal, and I'm motivated to support those people no matter what. But the problem is that those people does not see that. They don't understand it, and it's came to a point where I'm just like, fuck them. Like, fuck it. Like I'm done trying to be there. I'm done trying to be there, be supportive as possible, and they give me shit for it. Like it's not worth my time. So if you have a friend that's always gonna be there for you no matter what, who's always plans to hang out with you, to always try to talk to you, all that stuff, those are the friends that is worth being in your life. But the people that talks down on you, who doesn't believe in your dreams, who thinks that they're better than you and all that stuff, aren't worth being there. Who rejects you, who hurts you, all that stuff. Who doesn't treat you the same way that you treat them. It's not worth it. And that's mostly all of my friends. All of my friends has done the same shit, and it's come to a point where I feel like, you know, maybe it's okay to not have friends at all. Like that's personally me. Like if I heard someone saying, hey, I wish I had more friends, or if I heard someone say, hey, I'm dealing with this drama, I'm dealing with this situation, I'm dealing with this toxic relationship, you know what my answer would be? It's okay to not have friends. That's my answer. It's okay to not have friends. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be independent. If you guys don't know, yes, I am for sure 1000%. I'm an independent person, and I am fucking proud to be an independent person. You know why? Because I feel stronger without people pulling me down. Because people has pulled me down constantly in my life. And I'm at that point where I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just go on living my dreams alone and not having people there for me, pulling me down constantly. So the advice I'm going to give it to you guys when it comes to like being around friends and all that stuff is that it's okay to not have friends. And if you don't have friends or a relationship, like a significant other being there and all that stuff, and if there's a person that's not in your life, you feel actually a little bit more stronger than people, than your friends, than a significant other, than all that stuff. Like, it's easier to not feel pulled down when you don't have people on your fucking shoulder pulling you down every single time. Another advice I would give you guys is to listen to a lot of music. I listen to a lot of music. I listen to sad music. I listen to angry music. I listen to a lot of pop, country. I don't listen to a lot of country, and to be honest, country is probably my least favorite. I say I listen to country, but you know, when it comes to like, actually no, rap is more probably my I should say rap is my least favorite. I don't like a lot of rap. That's one thing. I don't like this generation rap. So this generation rap, I hate. So I can't really say country is my least favorite. Country is probably my second least. I listen to a lot of pop and rock. I listen to a lot of like R&B, all that stuff. I listen to a lot of that kind of genre of music. And a lot of it is either sad, a lot of it is either angry, a lot of the music's happy. It really depends on my mood. Whatever mood you're feeling right now inside, listen to a lot of music that matches it, because that makes me feel a lot 10 times better when I listen to the music that makes me feel angry, sad, happy, all that stuff. It makes me feel twice as good after listening to a music that actually relates to your situation. I've been doing that a lot. I've been singing a lot in my room, expressing how I feel, listening to that music. Been dancing in my room, trying to get some exercise, all that stuff. It helps you get out of bed when you feel like really down and depressed and you don't feel like getting out of bed. Get up, listen to music, dance around a little bit, get some exercise, drink water while you're at it. It actually helps. It actually exercises you. Also, you know, it's currently still like winter around in Minnesota and it's still snowing, but when it hits spring and when grass starts to, you know, grow and all that stuff and all the ice and snow melts, I'm gonna go back doing my morning walks and jogs and all that stuff every morning, listening to music as well to get more exercise. Because that's also another thing to help you exercise and try to not focus too much on the negativity and the depressed side of you and all that stuff. Go for a quick jog and a walk around your neighborhood. It doesn't have to be like far away from your house or anything. My house is a townhome. So I go around the whole circle, around the whole block, and just walk, or you can jog or walk. Walk is fine. You can walk around your neighborhood and just listen to music. That's good exercise. Jogging's a really good exercise as well. Running, I wouldn't suggest to run because you get tired easily. But if you want to run while listening to music, you can do that. You know, when I get my license one day and get my own car, my goal is to actually go to the gym and try to exercise, get a gym membership or something like that, try to exercise there. That's one thing I definitely want to do one day, go to the gym and try to exercise and all that stuff. Yeah, listen to music is definitely a good thing to do. Listen to music is one of my things that helps me express a little bit more and to help me feel much better. Another thing is to, of course, talk to someone, talk to your family. A family I strongly suggest, because if you talk to friends, like I said about the friend situation, there's probably going to be people who won't care about your situation, won't care about your shit, and, you know, it's not worth it. Talk to a family member. Talk to a family member, talk to anyone in your family. Whoever you feel comfortable talking to, talk to them. I feel a lot more comfortable talking to my mom lately. Like, I feel a lot better because, so yesterday, the day before I filmed this, my mom came in my room. She was trying to schedule my driver's test and all that stuff. And, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get mine signed up because my permit actually expires on a day before the 27th, because that was the original day that I was going to get my driver's test taken care of, and my permit was actually going to be expired before then. And I was really devastated. I was really down. I was disappointed. I didn't think that was going to happen, but apparently it is, and I felt so sad and I was crying, and my mom comforted me, tell me to not worry because we are going to get your license. She helped me think of the positive side. And I couldn't I couldn't have had a better mom than she is. Like, she is the best mom I can ask for. Same with my dad. My dad's the best dad I can ever ask for. And these parents has helped me through it, throughout the negativity, all the freaking time. And I couldn't have asked for better parents. They're the best parents an oldest daughter can ever ask for, especially throughout the situations and the problems I've currently been through. But my mom keeps telling me, hey, we're gonna get through this. You're gonna get your license one day. You just have to redo your written test. Yes, I have to redo my written test to do my driver's test, and that pissed me off, to be honest. I hated doing the written test. It took me a while to get the written test right to get my permit, but I have to do it again. And my mom said if we just keep practicing, and since I've been on the road before driving, it should be easier for me to pass my written test. But you know, the point I'm trying to say when I say I don't want to take the written test is because my memory is terrible, guys. Like I'm not here faking or anything like that. My memory is horrible. I have a little bit of a short-term memory loss, and that's okay. But if I just keep practicing and keep driving and keep doing like tests online and stuff like that, practicing, then it will get me prepared to get my written taken care of so I can take my driver's test. So I'm trying to think the positive side, but yesterday I was devastated and I was upset. I told my mom that people at my work were complaining about why I don't have my license and all that stuff, and people's been talking about me, saying, hey, I wonder why Alicia doesn't have her license. I wonder why she doesn't have her own car yet, this and that. And my mom told me that it's none of their business, and damn right it's not. It's none of those people's business. Like, yes, I am 20 years old. I don't have my license yet, and I don't have a car yet, and that's fine. Like, I am in no fucking rush to get the stuff I need as an adult. Like, I'm in no rush at all. And I feel like I can do it at some sort of extent. Like, I believe in myself. I'm gonna try to believe in myself. I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna do it. My mom keeps telling me, you know, fuck all the people that's been downing you. Fuck the people that, you know, treats you like shit, that turns you down, that talks about you behind your back. Like, fuck them. Fuck those people. And she's right. I shouldn't care what people say. You know, the only person that's been doubting myself and losing confidence is myself. That's all I can say. Like, and I want to believe in myself, and I want to gain those confidence, and I want to gain a little bit more determination and motivation to get those things that I need in my life and get it right. So yes, I have to redo my written test, and my permit is gonna expire in March 8th. So, you know, it's not a big deal. Like, I used to think it's a big deal, and that's mainly because I got people saying to me, why don't you have your license, Alicia? Why don't you have your own car, Alicia? This and that. But it shouldn't matter. You know, what matters is that I'm gonna get through it, and I am gonna get it one day. It's just not gonna be right away, and that's okay. But yeah, I've been really more comfortable talking to my mom and my dad, and every time I talk to them, of course they're gonna lecture me, but I need a good lecture to help me motivate myself to get those things that I need in my life. You know, I used to feel so ashamed and embarrassed that I'm not at the level I'm supposed to be at as a 20-year-old turning 21 this year. I used to feel so ashamed and embarrassed that I'm not at the level that my class has been in throughout life. Like, yes, I graduated, but I don't have the plan to succeed in life yet. Like, I don't have a plan. I don't know what I want to do, this and that, until I figure out that one day I want to do full-time YouTube stuff. Like, I want to get paid on YouTube one day. I want to be big on YouTube one day. I want to do gaming on Twitch one day and gain a lot of subs and followers and all that stuff, and I want to do a lot of that. But when I graduated high school, I was really, it was the best day of my life, but at the end of the day, I was really scared at the same time because I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what to do in life. I didn't know what to do at all. So I talked it out with my mom, because, you know, I feel comfortable talking to her because she's been here throughout my life since I was born, pretty much. So she's been here since day one. And I'm not saying my dad hasn't been there with me. He has, but there was moments where he wasn't in my life all the time, and it kind of devastated me. But now he's a part of my life all the time, and I am so grateful to have a father like him. And I don't want the stuff he's done to affect my relationship with him, because me and him has been close since I was born. So, you know, I'm comfortable talking to my parents. Hell, even my sister has been really supportive. Like, even my sister, like, yes, me and her has our differences, but she my little sis is still trying to be there for me and still trying to support me no matter what. You know, my sister feels like she's a little bit more, you know, grown and shows more of her growth than I do, because I'm always home alone, home doing stuff I want to do at home and not out there in the world, doing stuff, you know, doing stuff like going and hanging out with friends, you know, partying, all that stuff. Like, that's what my sister likes doing. What I like to do is just stay home and stay safe in the world, because, guys, this world that we live in isn't safe at all. Like, this world isn't a safe place. Like, there's times where, you know, there's gonna be devastating news about like shootings and stuff like that and all that stuff. And I'm not saying I freak out about that stuff, but this world isn't a safe place. Like, in reality, the world is actually pretty dangerous. So I try to stay safe, to not worry my family, and to not, you know, devastate my family and knowing where I'm going. My sister can do whatever she wants because she's old enough now. She's at that age where she wants to just do a lot of things in the world, and that's fine, because she's old enough to do that. But there's gonna be times where there's gonna be like a curfew or like a specific time she needs to come back, so she doesn't have to worry our family or anything like that. So yeah, just talk to someone if you're dealing with depression, or just feeling down and sad, and just talk to some family member. Just talk to family, and see what they have to put in. If those family members doesn't support them, then talk to some person that you know that will support you and will be there for you. Yeah, so that's another thing I want you guys to do. I don't really have more advice, but those three advice, like how to deal with depression and anything like that. Stuff that I don't do that I should do, but I decide not to, is to also go to a counselor. You can go to a counselor if you want. I used to do counseling, guys. Like, I used to have to go to counseling every Monday. Every Monday after school, I had to do counseling because my mom signed me up, because, you know, I still have this problem to this day, but back then I used to have terrible issues of communication and talking to people, and that could really devastate someone, because, you know, you don't know what's going through someone's mind when they don't talk. But if you go talk to a counselor and feel comfortable talking to someone, because these are professional counselors that is willing to help you through, you know, whatever situation or whatever problems you're going through. I personally don't want to talk to counselors anymore, because I've always hated talking to someone I do not know. But, you know, if it's willing to help you and willing to help you feel a little bit more better about yourself, then talk to a counselor. Because I used to do it, I hated it, but it actually helped me feel a little bit more open. But I don't do that because I'm scared of what those people are gonna say. Another thing I'm scared about is talking to like a professional, like, person that knows for a fact that that specific other has depression, because guys, my mom suffers with depression. She takes some antidepressants as well, and that's the thing that I do not want to do. Like, I don't want to go to a doctor hearing the answer that I have depression, because I think I do. Like, I know for a fact I probably have depression, but I don't want to take pills to gain happiness. Like, I don't want to take that. I I want to try to find my happiness in my own way and not have to take pills every day to find happiness. And I don't want that for you people out there too who's dealing with depression. Like, try to find your own happiness. You do not have to take pills to gain happiness. You don't. It's not gonna help. It's gonna make you feel more miserable, if anything, if it's gonna help you, you know, think that it's gonna make you feel happy in life. Because it's not gonna feel right if you take pills gaining happiness. It's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you. That's the reason why I don't want to go to a doctor and feeling like I have depression. I just don't want to. I'm scared to hear the results, and I'm scared that they're gonna tell me that I have to take antidepressants. Yeah. I just want you guys to take these pointers to help you feel like you have at least someone to talk to. It doesn't have to be friends. I'm sorry. I'm throwing like a lot of friends and stuff under the bus, but I'm sorry, but friends are not the most reliable people, to be honest. They're not. A lot of people in this world can be fake, can lie to your face, can lie behind your back and stab you behind the back. There's a lot of people in this world that just acts like they're your friends, but they're not. So I just want you guys to take these pointers and all that stuff, because the most reliable people that will always be there for you no matter what is your family. I'm saying that because my family has done so much for me. Excuse me, has done so much for me throughout these past few months, dealing with this type of issue of depression and dealing with heartbreak and rejection and all that stuff. They've been helping me. Also, my family cares about me, for one. Of course they do, because I'm their daughter. They care about me, they care about my well-being, and they care about my future. But my parents aren't the parents that will push me to have a future right away. Like, they're not the type of people that would do that. They want me to take my time and let me take the time till I'm ready to have the future I want and to build it up. They're not always on my shoulder 24/7 saying, hey, you know, how's your life going? Like, what are you doing? What's your goal? What's your plan in the future? This and that. They're not on my shoulder asking me that stuff. Of course they care, but they know I can make it through the future. They know that I can make my goals happen. That's why they're not always behind my back 24/7 asking me, hey, you know, what's your plan? What's your goal? Like, this and that. They lecture me, yes, but they don't pressure me all the freaking time for the future. Like, I'm 20 years old, guys. I'm turning 21 this year, and I still have no idea what I'm fucking doing in life yet. So, you know, they know that I can make it through. You know, as long as I have them supporting me, that's all I need. That's all I need to help my future become a reality, to have my dreams become a reality. But this past last week on Tuesday, I had a really bad food poisoning on Tuesday last week. I was really sick. If you guys don't know, yes, I'm fine now. Like, I'm not sick anymore. I feel fine. But I had a really bad food poisoning on Tuesday, and I woke up with a really bad stomach ache. Like, it felt like a knife, or felt like 1,000 nails. Like, I ate 1,000 nails. Like, it hurt that bad. But I felt like I had to get up and use the restroom. I got up. I felt really lightheaded. Like, I really lightheaded. Like, I felt like I wanted to pass out. But I went to the restroom. You know, I felt really hot. I felt lightheaded. I felt like I had to get a thermometer to check my temp. When I got my temperature, or got the thermometer, I felt really lightheaded, and I passed out on the floor because that's how lightheaded I was. Like, my dad asked me if I saw like white dots or white flashes in my vision. I didn't, thankfully, because if that was to happen, then that means that I would have fainted and fell on the ground, and that didn't happen. I just passed out for a quick second. And I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I was panicking. I was home alone too. My mom just left for work during that time, so I couldn't ask for her help or anything like that. So I was really frightened. So I called her. She didn't answer the first time. So I tried calling my dad. My dad was also at work. But you know, my mom called back, you know, the second time right away. And I told her that I wasn't feeling well. I was freaking out. I was panicking. You know, I was in the restroom, like laying there, and then and then, you know, too much info, but I'm trying not to make it as graphic as possible, but I did throw up a lot during my call with my mom. And I haven't puked in so freaking long, you guys. I used to have really bad stomach problems as a kid. When I was younger, and I used to get sick really easily when I was younger. And the last time I puked was probably when I was like in my younger teens, if not maybe a preteen. I haven't gotten that sick in years. And that's saying a lot, because if you guys don't know, yes, I've had COVID before. Like, I've had the virus before, you guys. And that wasn't as bad. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I wish I could defend saying, oh, it's awful and this and that. It's not. I've had it before. It's not that big of a deal. It's not. But I comparing that to the virus, I'm telling you right now, that was probably the worst experience I had compared to the virus. I'm sorry, I had to say it, and it was food poisoning, if anything. So it felt like life was flashing before my eyes during that time, during that morning. And thankfully I didn't work or anything, because if I didn't feel like calling in or anything like that, but I didn't work, which thankfully I didn't have to. But I was freaking out. I was home alone the entire day. My sister was home for a brief second, but she had to work, so you know, I couldn't, you know, I couldn't, you know, ask for help or anything like that. But I was home alone the entire day. But then when my mom did come home, you know, that night, she brought me a lot of things to help me feel better. She brought me, you know, bananas and crackers and water and Sprite. If you guys don't know, Sprite is actually one of the sodas that will help your stomach. You just have to take like little bitty sips and all that stuff to help your stomach. So she got me like 6-pack of bottled Sprite. And you know, of course there was soup and everything. She did, like, my mom did all this stuff for me when she got home, and she gave me all this stuff to help me feel better. And then after I ate the bananas and the crackers and had some water and Sprite and all that stuff, I felt way more better the next day. Like, I felt 1,000% better the next day. Like, of course, like, I was sore, you know, the next day, but it's probably because I slept wrong. But I felt 10 times better than I was the day before, like the day I got sick. So that stuff really, really helped me a lot. And I could have thanked my mom so much for doing that stuff for me. You know, my dad was also worried about me, which I'm really grateful, because I know my dad cares about me and he cares about my health, and I want him to know that I'm fine and I'm okay. And I didn't want to worry my parents, and my parents both told me that I gotta take care of myself. I gotta take care of my health, and you know, and realize what I'm eating and drinking and all that stuff, and you know, caring about my well-being and what I'm eating and drinking, like, you know, my unhealthy habits to my healthy habits, like stuff like that. I gotta balance that stuff out, because when it comes to depression, guys, and all that stuff, you will be you will have the attitude of like drinking a lot of unhealthy stuff, eating a lot of unhealthy stuff. Like, you don't feel like eating healthy at all, and you know, you just want comfort food like chips and candy and pop and all that stuff. but the one thing I need to focus on is to balance that stuff out. Like, I don't have to give up unhealthy stuff completely. I just have to balance that stuff out and eat healthy and unhealthy at the same time. Of course I have to ease up on the unhealthy stuff for a little while, but I gotta focus more on the healthy stuff, like eat a salad here and there, and eat a banana, eat fruit, like something to help my health. And my parents helped me realize that I have to take care of myself. I have to take care of my, my well-being, my stomach. Like, there's tons of times where I've eaten like unhealthy stuff like so many days in a row, and it's not good for you. It will cause like diabetes and all that stuff, and I don't want that for myself. It will cause a heart attack as well, and I'm 20 years old. I'm too young to have that stuff. So they've been helping me realize that it's better to eat healthy than unhealthy at times. Like they told me that I don't have to give up eating unhealthy completely. I just have to eat a little bit more healthier in life, and I want to do that for sure. And yeah, so I just want you guys to know that if you're dealing with stuff like that, drink water, drink a lot of like liquids, like vitamins, all that stuff. Eat healthier, all that stuff, and make sure you have that one person that will take care of you. I was home all by myself the entire day. I did not have an appetite. I wasn't hungry at all. But when my mom got back and gave me the stuff, I have to eat it because it's good for my health. It'll help me build up my energy. So I'm just grateful I have parents who do that for me. Because there's people in this world who doesn't does this stuff for you. And if my parents wasn't so supportive, or wasn't so, if my parents wasn't so supportive, or wasn't so helpful, or didn't care about my well-being or anything like that, things would have been 10 times worse in my life, and things would have been so much worse. And my parents has done all this stuff for me and helped me build, helped me become stronger. My parents aren't the perfect parents in the world. Yeah, sure, they're not. No parent is perfect. But these parents to me are, because they've done so much for me, and they helped me show that it's okay to not have friends, and it's okay to not have people around you all the time, because it helps you grow, and it helps you become stronger, and it helps you find yourself a little bit more better, instead of looking for guidance from other people, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing either. Like, these people that tells me how to live my life, they don't know the second thing about me. They don't know anything about me. My parents do, however, and they know that I'm a strong, independent female that likes to be free and to live her dreams, if that makes sense. Like, I don't say this often to them, and I feel like I gotta get up and go talk to my mom right now, and go call my dad, and to say that I love them. I don't say it often, and I feel like I'm gonna regret it if I don't, but I love my parents. I love my sister, and I love every one of my family members. I feel like I just want to give them a hug and tell them how much I appreciate them and what they do. I don't say it a lot because I don't talk a lot. I don't even talk to my parents all the time. Even my mom, and my mom freaking lives with me. Like, I don't talk to her every day, and she lives with me. But I feel like I want to talk to her, saying how much I love her and I appreciate her, as well with my dad. Like, these parents helps me. Like, I don't need friends to help me. I have my parents. I have my family. they've helped me. And I am so grateful to have a family that does that for me. Like, I am so blessed that God gave me this family. I am blessed in the life I live in. And I want those people who's been in my situation to feel that way too. Like thank God that you have a life. Thank God that you're living this life and that you have these people that cares for you, at least one person. Thank God that you have at least a family that cares for you, that you have food on the table, that you have shelter, that you have all this, that you can live life. Thank God for it. Thank God that you are in this world living life, because you do not know when that person, when that family member, when that friend, when your time has ended. You don't know. You don't know when, you know, the clock stops. You don't know. You don't know when time stops here for you, for your family, for your friends. You don't know. Thank God that you live life, that you have people and a house and food, because there's people in this world that doesn't have all that stuff. Hell, if you have friends in your life, thank God for those friends. You know, I'm gonna say it because I had friends who cared for me. You know, sure, I don't have a lot of friends, but there's at least that one person that does. And I'll thank God for it. You know, there's people in this world that doesn't have friends, who doesn't have, you know, family, or who's alone and who's homeless, doesn't have a shelter, doesn't have food. Like, people who thinks they're so much bigger than other people, who doesn't have what they have, are selfish, rude individuals. Like, people who's higher or thinks they're higher than them can't talk shit. You know why? Because there's this thing called karma. There's karma. I believe in karma, guys. I don't know about you, but I believe in karma. There's definitely karma that happened in this world. You know, you talk negative on someone one day, the next day there's something happen to you. And I'm not saying that I want something like some bad karma to happen to that person or to anyone who's treated me like garbage and treated me like shit. But if just a small bit of karma that comes their way, I can't wait. I can't wait to see that, because people who does talk down on the poor, or talks down to people who doesn't have anything like they do, there's a thing called karma that will hit you in the ass and will hit your behind and will teach you a lesson. I don't want any bad karma to happen, like, you know, death threats or anything like that. I'm not hoping on that person at all. But if it's like something like, you know, your whatever you're going through in life, if you're being successful in life, if your successful starts going downhill and everything like that, and you have nothing, that's karma. That's karma hitting you in the ass. That's karma for you. That's the kind of karma I want to see those people do, or see those people witness. I'm not asking for like really, 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 really bad karma. I'm hoping like, you know, you go downhill type karma. That's the kind of karma I want to see out of those people. You know, and there's also good karma. Like, there's also good karma. Like, if you do something nice in this world, do people a favor and all that stuff, you will get good karma. There's something positive that can happen in your life if you do something good like that. Like, help the homeless, give them a home, all that stuff. Help people who doesn't have much in life. You know, give people that. So I'm just saying that people who does that type of shit, who talks down on people who has nothing, isn't a good person. and there's a thing called karma that will hit you. And I want to see it, to be honest. I really do. Because there's people who's talked down on me before, who thinks they're better than me, who thinks that they have more stuff than me, and will, you know, is more successful than me, who has, you know, future plans and all that stuff, and I don't. Those people has rubbed it in my face before. And, you know, I used to feel jealous. I used to, you know, care about what they told me or what they say, and I used to be so down on myself. But you know what? I don't. I don't care. I don't care about their life. I don't care what they're going through. I don't care about the success they made in life. All I care about is my success and my future. I do not care about other people's success. I do not care about other people's lives. I don't. Like, congrats to the people who's made so much success in life, but I'm sorry, but I couldn't care less about it. I couldn't. I care about myself, my future, my success, all that stuff. I've graduated. That's one success I have. You know, I've done a lot of other success in my life, so all I care about is my success. And I think you guys should do the same. Don't care about other people's success. Care about your own. Care about the success you've made. Don't care about other people, because that's going to make you feel worse about yourself. That's going to make you feel jealous and, you know, make you feel upset about yourself that you couldn't have what they have. Don't do that. Focus on yourself and give you guys some, like, in motivation. Give your guys some, you know, some talking to with family members and stuff like that. Give yourself some help to help you get to where you want to be in life. Because I want that for myself. I really do. You know, I'm proud of those people who have success in life, but I couldn't care about their success knowing that I have my own success to care about. You know, I lack confidence. That's something I can work on. You know, I have self-doubt in myself when I really shouldn't, because I believe in myself. I believe in the success I can make in a lifetime, one day. I want to focus on myself, my confidence, my self-doubt. Like, I want to be more positive to you guys. That's why I'm making this video for you all, because I want to give you guys advice. I want to help you guys more. And I want to help the people that's been in my shoes, who's been through what I've been through. I want to give you guys some help and some advice, and to help you feel better about yourself. Because I definitely feel better about myself. I do not care, and do not care about the life those people has gone through. I don't care about the success they've made, and I do not care about the future plans they have. Because I used to feel that way, because I used to be ashamed and ashamed and embarrassed that these people have the stuff that I couldn't get. But that's not true, because I know I can get where they are, because I believe in myself. That's all I need to do, is believe in myself. And as long as I have family who believes in me, and at least a one good friend that believes in me, then that's all that matters. Because the people that talks down on you and stuff like that isn't a good individual. So I just want to come out here giving you guys advice, helping you guys, because, well, I want to be better. I want to be better. I want to show people that I can be positive and I can help people. That's what I want to do, is help people and help others who's gone through the same shit I have. You know, I don't have friends, and that's okay. It's okay to not have friends, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. It's okay to not have friends. You know, I don't need friends to show how much I'm known. I don't need friends to talk to. I don't need friends, period. I don't. It's not worth it. Like, the more friends you have, guys, the more the toxicity is that a word? Toxic. The more toxic it will be is what I'm trying to say. The more toxic it will be, the more you know, the more problems you'll be in, all that stuff, because I've definitely dealt with them. I've dealt with, you know, situations, I've dealt with drama, I dealt with toxic relationships with people. I've dealt with all of it. I've witnessed it, I've dealt with it, you know, and it hurts, yes, but you know, that's only gonna make you stronger. If you've dealt with all this stuff, trust me, it's gonna make you stronger. It's gonna make you feel like a better person. It's gonna make you feel like you want to prove those people wrong. You know, my mom always tells me that if you see people who talks down on you, or who makes you feel like shit, just say in your head, fuck them. Fuck them, you know, fuck those people that's talk down on you. And I'm gonna keep saying that until I get the goals and prove those people wrong one day. And I'm so grateful to be on this on YouTube. I don't regret it for the world. Yes, there's probably times where I regret it a little bit, but you know what? That's the old me. The new me will say that I am proud to be on here and I'm proud to do this stuff for you guys. I love acting. I love voice acting. I love entertaining you all. That's what I love doing. Guys, I hate my retail job. I hate it. It's not something I want to do forever. I don't picture myself working retail for another year. I think I'm planning to quit some point this year. I do not know when. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I like the people I work with, but retail is just not my cup of tea for forever. It's like it's not what I want to do forever. I want to do something, at least one thing that I know for a fact I'll be good at, just for a little while till I get my, you know, my future dreams, you know, planned and all that stuff. I want to do at least one good job where I don't have to, you know, I don't have to feel like I don't want to be there or anything like that. I just want to be at one good job where I feel like I can do a decent job at it and I don't have to have any problems stuff. Like Joann's is a great first job, like, don't get me wrong, but it's not a job I will live with forever. Definitely not. Like I don't like the customers. Like, of course, every job you're gonna have to deal with customers and all that stuff, customer service and all that, but I don't like working there mainly because of the customers and because I can't deal with the pressure, the pressure that people has given me, the pressure that customers have given me, the pressure that my coworkers have given me, all that stuff. Like, lately my coworkers has fucking pressured me lately about when I'm gonna get my license, and they kept questioning it to me every single time. And in my head I'm like, okay, if you guys keep doing this, I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna just find a job who understands what my situation, because at the end of the day, those people does not know the situation you're in. Like, I don't have my license, and there's a good reason for that. I did not have the time to get my license at the moment. I did not have to. It took me a while just to get my permit. Like, it's none of their concern. And they kept asking me and pressuring me, and that's another problem I have working there, is because some people do not understand the situation I'm in. Like, hell, they don't know that I'm probably scared of driving. I'm not really scared, to be honest with you guys, but there could be a situation where I'm just scared of driving. Like, there's people in this world that's scared of driving, and you know, those people do not know the situation you're in. So every time I get that from my coworkers, I feel really like overwhelmed, pressured, all that stuff, and I just don't like the approach they've given me when it comes to getting my license. I don't. So that's another good reason. So I might just quit this year at some point, probably either before the holidays start up, because I do not want to work Black Friday again. But I just don't picture myself working retail forever. At least not for another year. I'm not working retail for another year. It's F that. But I want to work somewhere where I feel at least happy working with for a little while till I get my, you know, my dreams and all that stuff, my goals, my future plans, figure it out, all that stuff. So I've been looking at other jobs and stuff like that, and I don't know what I'm gonna do exactly, but one day I'm gonna figure it out. And I want those people who's either a minor still, or hell, maybe around my age. I just want to give you guys a little bit of advice. Do not rush your future. Do not rush. Don't rush. Don't rush about your future. Like I used to believe that I have to have my future right away after graduating. You don't need to rush. I'm 20 years old, turning 21 this year, and I'm still figuring shit out, and that's okay. Like you know, there's still times where I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm still home alone with my mom, and I'm still home in the same bedroom. Like I don't care. Like people can talk shit all they want. I don't care. I'm in no rush to deal with my future. I don't have a plan, and that's okay. Like people are gonna have their own pace when it comes to having the future and stuff, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay to deal with that stuff. And as long as you have people that supports you and all that stuff, who's gonna be there for you no matter what during your, you know, your situation, or during problems where you can't figure out what you want to do in life. As long as you have those people, like my family, for example, then that's all that matters. That's all that matters. So I want you guys to know that don't push yourself to have a future because of what people say. Don't do that. And definitely do not push yourself to change for other people. I learned to not push myself to change for others. It's gonna cause a really toxic relationship with those people that you have in your life if they ask you to change, like all that stuff. Like how about this? If I cut my hair short or stuff like that, people are gonna probably talk shit. So what? Like it's my choice. Like I can do whatever the frick I want. I'm never gonna cut my hair short, by the way, guys. I like it long, but if I ever did, people are probably gonna talk shit about it, but that's okay because that's my decision and that's what I wanted to do. If I, you know, when I turn 21, like guys, if I turn 21, that means I'm legally allowed to drink. So I'm legally allowed to drink, but you know, I told you guys that I'm not the type of woman that would drink. But you know what? There's nothing wrong doing something at least one time in your life. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm the type of person that will treat drinking like a one-time thing and just move on from it. So if I turn 21, guys, I hope you guys know that I'm still not planning to drink, but there's nothing wrong doing it at least one time in your life. Like people are gonna say, oh, if you start drinking, you're gonna start getting addicted and this and that. And sure, maybe, but you know, I know how to control it. I know for a fact I can control it. I know for a fact. If I do it just one time, guys, it's not gonna be a continuous thing. Like I'm gonna do it one time and move on from it. So if I do drink, then you know, so be it. Like people are gonna talk about it, but you know, it's nothing wrong doing one time in your life. Smoking is another thing. Smoking, I never plan to smoke. Hell no. I'm not the person that will smoke. I'm not gonna picture myself smoking at all. Smoking is one thing I can live my life without. Drinking, I can do at least one time with my family and just move on from it. You know, smoking is something I don't have to do in my life. No. Drinking, I can do it at least one time in my life and move on from it. But you guys can do at least one thing in your life and move on. Like if there's something you don't want to do ever, or don't picture doing ever, then do it as like a one time, you know, just a one time thing. Just a one time thing, like me drinking. Like I do picture myself doing it at least one time in my life and move on for it. And that will be on my 21st birthday. On my 21st birthday, I'll do it at least one time for my family, with my family actually, and just move on from it. Because my parents asked me saying, hey, Alicia, you can at least do it one time for your birthday. And I'm like, maybe. Like that was my reaction. Like it was a maybe. But now thinking about it, there's nothing wrong doing it one time in your life. So, you know, just a little thing to keep in mind, guys. Like there's nothing wrong doing at least one like something you don't want to do it at least one time in your life and just move on. Like that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm picturing of doing. So yeah, there's nothing much I have to say. I think I said all the advice I have to give you guys. I had a lot of things to say. I had a lot of stuff to get off my chest and to share to you guys, and hopefully this was some good advice for you all. I do have a couple announcements before I leave. So I'm not ready to come back fully. Like right now I'm 50-50, like 50-50 across the board. Like I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to come back right away or whatever. I do have some videos planned, but I'm honestly, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet, when to come back and all that stuff. But I have been thinking about doing a separate channel focused on myself, just as me as a person, not my characters or anything like that, like reactions, just me and all that stuff, just a separate video just from me as a creator. I've been thinking about doing a separate channel and that stuff. I will put a poll on my community tab, so go check it out. But if you guys want to see a separate channel, just focus on me, just talk time with me or anything, maybe give you guys more advice or anything like that you guys want to see from me, let me know and go answer the poll if you guys want to see that. Just let me know either in the comments or in the poll I'm about to post after this video. Let me know. Another thing I want to say is that I don't know when it's going to be. I haven't pointed a official date yet, but I am thinking about doing a live stream with just me, you know, as my face. Like I haven't done one of those in so long, but I feel like I'm ready to go back doing face-to-face or face-to-chat conversations with you guys and give you guys a Q&A. Like I'm thinking about doing a Q&A live stream. You know, how the Q&A is gonna work in my head is that I'm gonna announce the Q&A right at some point. I don't know when. I'm gonna figure that out. I gotta figure out a day when I'm available, but I'm gonna pick a day. I'm gonna announce the day in a separate video. I'm gonna ask you guys, hey, post down in the comments or post in my community tab, what questions do you guys want me to answer? Post down those questions in that comment section and I will write them down, or you know, read it off my iPad because I have an iPad, of course, and I'll answer it in the live stream. That's how I'm gonna picture the live stream. Like as long as I have the questions right away, I can answer them in live streams. Even if there's not a lot of people watching, like I'm still gonna answer them. I'm still gonna have a fun time and all that stuff. And yeah, I'm just gonna answer it and have a good time either way, regardless, with a smile on my face and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to make those two little announcements. I feel like I feel a better person now that I gave you guys advice and how to deal with depression and to be alone and you know, just toxicity of other people, all that stuff. Guys, realistically I'm kind of done and over with the virtual long distance relationship, friendship type ish. Like I'm kind of over it. You guys don't know, yes, I am single, and I've been single for all my life. I've never dated, I've never done anything. I've never done anything with another person, and I've never dated. So, you know, I'm just telling you guys this mainly because I like staying single. I really like the freedom of it, and I don't picture myself with anyone, at least right now, you know. And I feel proud to be single. Like, I do not care about relationships, and I do not care about love and everything. I used to not care about that stuff, and I still don't care about it now, like, either way, overall. And I kind of like the freedom of it. I kind of like the single piece because I feel more free, I feel more independent, and I feel more stronger when I don't have a person on my back all the time. Yeah, I just want to tell you guys this. Also, just to tell you guys that there's nothing wrong being single either. Like, it's nothing wrong being single. You know, you can focus on yourself more. You have a lot more freedom, all that stuff. So, you know, take things slow. Take things slow. Take it at your own pace, and take time, and you know, slow down, and you know, enjoy life, enjoy your future, and just take the time to just relax and to chill, and yeah, and as long as you have at least people in your life like family and all that stuff, then you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So yeah guys, I think I've said everything I had to say. I hope this gave you guys a lot of advice and some pointers. I've been through a lot of shit in my life, and I just wanted to, you know, turn that all around into a more of a positive way and give you guys advice, because I know there's people out there who's been through what I've been through and who still is going through a lot of shit and a lot of depression and a lot of like loneliness in life, and I want to help that, and I want to be a person that's been through experience like that and still is to this day, to be honest, and turn that around and help you guys with a few pointers and advice and tips and all that stuff, and tell you guys it's okay to not have friends. It's okay to not have a lot of friends. Like, you can have 1 or 2 of your closest best friends and you will still be fine. You know, having thousands of friends and hundreds of friends and all that stuff, guys, will cause a lot of drama, cause a lot of toxicity, a lot of, you know, problems, all that stuff. And believe me, I have dealt with that, and it's not a good feeling. It's really not a good feeling. It will cause a lot of pain in you and misery, and it will cause a lot of bad negativity in your mind and your brain. And yeah, just take those tips and advice I gave you guys, and trust me, it will make you feel 1000% better than you ever was, and it will make you feel stronger too. But yeah, without further ado, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta, you know, eat and get some other stuff taken care of. But if you guys want to see more videos like these, or you know, videos from the Blue Blur 360, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from myself. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Alicia signing off. Goodbye, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.